Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. Welcome to the first edition of the week of the Full 100. It is Monday, the 26th of April. Again, we're straight heading out the end of another month, and nearly half the year already gone. Can anyone believe that? It is crazy the speed at which the days are flying by. Guys, today's show is an awakening. I'm just trying to wake hundreds of thousands of people up in this country, maybe even going as far as millions of people, little few millions, but it could be as much as millions. At the weekend, there was a protest march of die-hard anti-vaxxers, die-hard non-believers of this virus, people who are relating the lockdown to their freedoms being taken away. And at the same moment that was happening in India, we were seeing a massacre happen because of recklessness. A country that had this thing under control back in March, just over a month ago, they had this thing beat. And then their religious season kicked in. The Hindu religious period kicked in. And they let people just do their thing. And now they're making history. So guys, today's show is titled The Indian Massacre. Warning, a warning to us all. Without further ado, let's get down to today's show, guys. I want to start with India's story, okay? And then my last video is on the UK. Actually, I'm just going to put up a picture of on the 3rd of March, right? On the 3rd of March, where India was in terms of deaths on that particular day. Yeah, no infections, deaths, people who died on that day, the 3rd of March, 2021. We're not talking the 3rd of March, 2020. 3rd of March, 2021. Take a look at this number. Welcome back. Their total number on the 3rd of March was only 89 people dead. 89, okay? Their 7-day average, meaning some days was 89, some days was 70, some days was 69, some days was maybe 102. So the average, 7-day average, was 104. 104 on the 3rd of March. Now, guys, I'm going to go into my first video. Take a look at where India is now as of the 25th. Yesterday, Sunday of April, 3rd of March to the 25th of April. What's that? We're talking 7 weeks. Take a look, guys, at my first video. I'll see you on the other side.
Now, as we've been hearing this morning, hospitals in India say patients are dying because of dire shortages of oxygen as cases continue to surge. In the last 24 hours, the country has had almost 350,000 new infections. That is a global record for the 4th day in a row. More than 2,700 people have died in the same period, with some patients now being turned away from hospitals.
Shocking, isn't it? In about 7 weeks, guys, and that total was the 4th day running that they beat even America, Brazil, because America had the greatest rate of infections up to that point. America was seeing 4,000 deaths a day, over 4,000 deaths a day just before Biden took over. And as Biden just came in, overflowing from the mess that Trump left them in, they were seeing 4,000 plus deaths a day. India never saw that kind of number. They're now seeing 2,767 deaths as of Sunday, yesterday. So from 89 people dying in one day to 2,000, nearly 3,000 dying in one day. In less than 6 weeks, guys. Okay? In less than 6 weeks. And you know what? They relaxed. I mean, when India produced its own vaccine, I brought that to this show. Those of you who remember. I can't recall what month, either December or January. I featured when they produced their vaccine. And they were so confident when they started to roll out vaccinate their people. Remember, India's got over 1 billion people. So America's doing great now. They got 390 million people in America. That's 3 times less than what India has to vaccinate. So they're vaccinating their people, but they got a long way to go, right? But they got so confident that they were even exporting their vaccine to poorer nations around them. They exported to Mongolia, to little countries, to Thailand and all these countries. Their own produced vaccine. They were that confident. This is only 6 weeks, 7 weeks ago. Do you know why they went there? Take a look at my next video.
India has recorded a global record of new coronavirus cases for the fourth day running, with 349,000 infections in the last 24 hours. More than 2,700 people have died as overcrowded hospitals warn of dire shortages of oxygen. Here's Simon Jones.
Patients continue to arrive at hospitals struggling to breathe, needing urgent treatment. But the health system is close to collapse. Almost 350,000 new cases in the latest daily figures, another record. This man is desperate to find help for his sister in Delhi.
I've been trying non-stop for 3 days from one hospital to another. I've never seen anything so terrible ever in my life.
What's needed above all is oxygen. Patients are dying because it's running out. But these are the scenes inside many hospitals, pushed to their limits. The World Health Organization says the situation in India is a devastating reminder of what coronavirus can do, and doctors are feeling the strain. Earlier this year, the government thought it had beaten the virus. With cases falling, vaccines were being exported, and the health minister said India was in the end game of the pandemic. But the emergence of new variants, as well as mass gatherings, has completely changed the picture. The US is promising additional support to India to tackle what it's calling an horrific outbreak. With record numbers of new cases and deaths, there will be many tough days ahead. Simon Jones, BBC News.
Welcome back, guys. One of the reasons I had to do this video is I was really angered at the weekend. When I see these, I don't even know what to call them, protesting that their freedoms have been taken away. The danger and the sad thing is that these guys don't even keep up with what's going on around the world. They're so zoned out and locked in that bubble. They're not seeing what's happening in India. They're not seeing that European countries are going up. They're on the third lockdown. Okay? We've had 2 major lockdowns. Right? We haven't had a third wave. Do they think a third wave is impossible? Do they think so? If they took the time out to see what's happening to India, one of the leaders sat down and said, whoa, 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 hopefully many of them would wake up. But my call is to those of you who understand that this is serious. It's time we start telling these people that they are a detriment to our health. They're a risk to all of our health, right? There was people who hadn't died as of the 3rd of March in India, thought they made it through their crises and lives now to be enjoyed, never to see death again. Those people are now dying in droves. Many of those people who thought, it's over, I'm good, yeah, let's crack on with life, back to work, enjoy our religious. 2,767 of those people died just on Sunday alone. My sensible people, it's time we start calling these people out. Much in the same way as we should call out an abuser, much in the same way as we should call out a poisoner, much in the same way as we should call out a deadly doctor, deadly nurse, anyone who doesn't care about their neighbor's health and welfare. Because these idiots don't. They don't. And they're not watching what's going on around them, which makes it even worse. So if these are the sort of people, if their neighbor, 3 of their neighbors died back to back to back, 3 doors down, 1 from each household, these guys will still go out marching and want their freedom. I mean, some of these people are totally gone. It's really sad to see. And that's what prompted me to do this. I'm now going to show you our statistics that you can buy onto, that you can hold on to. The first one I'm going to show you is from the 13th of April. Yeah, so just over a year ago. 13th of April 2020, last year. 13th of April. Take a look. Welcome back. On that occasion, 724 people had died on that day. On that day, a year ago. 724. Now take a look at the 14th of September. Rolling on what, 5 months later? Take a look. Welcome back. On that occasion, only 9 had died. We'd come down from the peaks, okay? 9. We lost only 9 people. Now take a look at 4 months later, in September, the 23rd of September. Take a look, guys. Welcome back. 1,348. 4 months later. From 9 to 1,348 people. Human beings, our neighbors, our friends and families. I'm on social media. I've seen those who have died. I don't know all of them, of course, but I'm collating people connected to me on social media right now. I might well publish something in print about it, with their permission, of course. But 4 months later, we had shot back up from 9 dead in one day to 1,348, similar to what India is now experiencing. Now, we went into a lockdown, and this was January, 23rd of January, we was already in a lockdown from the December. So a month into the lockdown, we still were losing 1,348. And I'm just picking random days here, guys. Yeah, we had higher on some days. Now, this is 1 week ago. Let me just tell you, yesterday, 11. Only 11 died in the UK yesterday. But this is a week ago. This is the lowest I could find, a week ago. Take a look at this. Welcome back. That was on the 19th. That was on the 19th of this month. So 1 week ago. Today's the 26th. 4 dead. Do you know why? It wasn't because of these idiots that are marching, demanding freedom. It was because we locked down. It was because the shops weren't open. It was because the bars weren't open. It was because the places where people congregate and spread this madness, they weren't allowed to be in those places. Unlike India, that thought they had a beat. And when the religious time came along, they said everyone can party. They went from 89 dead, right, to 2,767 dead. Right? In 7 weeks. Guys, this is a warning to the rest of us. This is not to those people, because to me they're beyond help. This is to those of us. We need to start challenging these people, guys. We really need to start challenging them. We need to start making them understand they're putting us at risk. If we get locked down again, it won't be because the government are terrorists. It won't be because the government don't want to control. It won't be because they want to control us. It won't be because the government just are party poopers. It will be because of these idiots who are marching. Because of the many millions who don't respect this. Because of the many millions who don't want to wear masks. Because of the many millions who never respected the social distancing. It will be down to them why we get locked down. And we need to start explaining this to them so they get it. We're getting locked down because of your behavior. Not because of Boris Johnson. And this is time we start telling them the truth and challenging them at every turn. Take a look at my last video on the UK situation and the vaccine rollout. Just so you understand, we're doing great and we're opening up slowly. And we need to keep the opening up going. I want to be able to party again. I won't be able to party if these people had their way and get everyone to just discard the masks, discard social distancing, discard the vaccine, don't take it. Let's just move on. You think the UK cannot see 4,000 dead in a day for a whole month? Do the maths. 30 times 4. That's 120,000. You think we can't see that in this country? I promise you we can. Unless we respect this virus. Take a look at my last video and I'll see you on the other side to say my good vibes.
The UK is racing ahead with its vaccine rollout. More than half the population has now had a first jab.
So what impact is it having on the number of new cases, and how optimistic can we be that restrictions are going to continue to ease? Let's find out with Breakfast GP this morning, Dr. Fari Ahmed. Morning to you. Good to see you. So the numbers keep rolling in, don't they? 33.5 million people have now had their first doses. Seems to be going as well as could be hoped.
Yeah, no, it's doing really well. I think those figures are excellent, really pleasing. I think they're a testament to all the work that's going into it. So the people doing the jabbing and the people helping them do the jabbing and everybody who's scrambled to try and do this. So it's excellent progress. I think our numbers of our second doses have gone up as well. So we're doing well. Hopefully, we'll get to where we need to. We're seeing around the world places where the virus is still raging, and we have to be careful. We have to be careful. These freedoms now, they have been hard won. The last lockdown was not easy. Lots of people have lost their lives, and I think it's great that we're here. But slow steps and stick to the rules, and hopefully it will improve.
Welcome back, guys. We're now at the end of the show. I really mean what I said. All of you who can see what I'm trying to say, every one of us needs to speak up. Whenever you come across these guys putting up posters, statuses saying, I don't care if you had your vaccine, or like, it's down. So just educate them. Take your time and make them understand. If we go on lockdown again, it won't be because of me who's taking a vaccine, or you who's respecting this virus, you who's wearing a mask, or the government who actually want the country to be open. It will be down to them who are denying, them who are not wearing the masks, them who are marching and talking about their freedom. It will be down to them why we got locked down. We need to tell them this. Seriously, guys. Listen, great talking to you guys today. I look forward to seeing you guys hopefully all 3 days of this week, the Wednesday and Friday. As I did explain to you guys the other day, my workload has shot up since unlock, which I'm happy about. I don't want to go back to less workload, So guys, please do subscribe to the channel if you like what we're doing. Give us your likes, give us your subscriptions, and give us your shares. Share this with your friends. Let more of us speak up on this matter. Otherwise, we're going right back to lockdown. Remember India. I'll see you all soon. Subscribe. Bye-bye.